More of your tax money going to the military-industrial complex. U.S. specialty truck maker Oshkosh Corporation has won a $6.75 billion contract to build up to 17,000 light tactical vehicles to replace the aging Humvees used by the U.S. Army and Marine Corps. The U.S. Army announced today. Oshkosh bid out a team made of Lockheed Martin Corporation and Britain's BAE Systems, as well as AM General, the company that built the original Humvees. The two military service plan to replace a total of 55,000 vehicles over time, which could drive the value of this contract to over $30 billion, Margaret. That's a lot of money. Although the JLTV, this type of vehicle, is one of the top priorities of the military because of the versatility. Is very important that it's light enough to be carried by air, but at the same time resistant to mines and roadside bombs. Our current fleet is aging. They've been through a lot in the wars in Iraq. Now they need to upgrade it, and they chose the Wisconsin-based company. That I think that's the highlight of the story for me. That it's bringing jobs to the States and it's being done in this country. But at the same time, the military has not been very judicious about how they invest money on the weapon development. They have several projects that they had to drop and to readjust, and now they had to go with this. Here's the trick, though: for them to be able to give this contract at that price, now they'll be using stock pieces. Not any longer we're going to have custom-made vehicles for the military. Now we're going to use General Motors-made motors and parts of cars that are already on stock just to make them cheaper.
I think that you hit the nail on the head. This does mean jobs for this community in Wisconsin where they're being built. That is a highlight. I want to point out that the U.S. Department of State and DOD, they actually sent 200 Humvees to the Ukraine at $150,000 a pop. This was last month, if not 2 months ago. So not only are we building them for here at home, we're actually shipping them to help other people out, to strengthen their military-industrial complexes, if you will. We're trying to build one abroad as well as keeping it home here. I think, though, that for this community in Wisconsin, you never hear of a local small firm getting big contracts like these. You know, when I lived in D.C., Lockheed Martin was massive. They had so many people on their payroll. You know, some of the wealthiest communities were filled with Lockheed Martin employees because so much money, so much taxpayer money goes into building these things, these projects that they're working on. So the bright spot for me is, thank God it's out of Lockheed Martin's hands. At least it's not being pumped back into an already very wealthy company. Yeah,
Oshkosh has been working, creating vehicles with more fire trucks. Their business was tanking. Their stock soared 15% after the announcement, obviously, after a 20% decline in the last year. So it was, you know, Christmas on the summer for them because now they have a 25-year contract. Each one of the units are going to be racking around $400,000. Each one of them. Like you said, plenty of them will end up somewhere and we won't be able to be accountable of it, which is scary. Exactly.
You know, let's just hope that they don't end up in the hands of ISIS. That's the only thing that I'm really worried about here.
And honestly, I think that's why we like to communicate this type of information, because we need to know how much money we've been spent, and we need to pressure for this to be accountable and to make sure that everybody keeps tabs on this investment and it not ends in the wrong hands. We want to know how you feel about these military investments of the U.S. Share your comments below, and if you haven't, please subscribe to the LibTV2.